Well, I wanted to talk to you facing the camera for a minute and then turn it around and show you what I've been up to. But apparently when it's in the record, I can't. And I'm having trouble with my camera and my computer. But I wanted to show you the mess I'm dealing with right now. And this is partially why I haven't done videos also, is I'm going through everything I own. We are moving the beginning of June, and I've got to go through everything. And so these are all things I've gone through. This is all jewelry and bits and bobs of stuff that I'm working on. I got my vintage Christmas stuff, but I mainly wanted to show you all of this before it goes away because this is getting packed up next. Now, you've all seen my beads, and this is all getting packed up this week, and these shelves are getting moved out so my husband can work on some stuff behind the wall that needs to be taken care of. I've cleaned off this, so I'm down to just a few bins. The rest is all gone. This is a pile my daughter claimed of goodies in here. No beads, but just stuff she wanted. This is all junk jewelry that I've been going through, and this is all pearls in that bottom bin here. All this is everything pearl. And then over here is the rest of my beads, and you can see I've got some shoe boxes of beads, some more. I've got like 140 of these bead boxes here. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shoebox or bigger shoeboxes, I think, of miscellaneous beads. These are craft supplies. And then these are some cloth and different vintage things I have. But all of this is getting packed up this week and taken. Now the beads will stay in the house, but they'll be packed. They'll be lined along this wall in small boxes. So I won't be making any jewelry until after I move, and it might be not until July or August, maybe September. Because when we get to the new house, we have some renovations we're doing over there. More improvements and renovations, some things we want to change to make the house better for us, which means I probably won't have much out for a little bit. But I am going to pack up a couple boxes of stuff that's going with me. Now, anybody that ever saw in this closet will know that this is a big improvement. Most of this stuff's gone. And what I've done is I've been packing things in like objects. Like I had tons of the salt and peppers just scattered everywhere to do my button flowers. So that's all together now. And I've got all my paper. I've gone through and gotten rid of over half my paper. If it didn't fit in these two boxes, and then I've got a pile of, this is some paper my grandkids painted that I was going to cut into make paper beads out of, and I haven't done it yet. I'm going to have to trim the edges and all. And then some old magazines and stuff. This is all my glues. This is a little fir tree that I've got hidden inside a cone tree. Some rocks that most likely will go to one of the grandkids. This is, oh, this goes with this other stuff. This is more Christmas stuff. I have this bin here. I've already put some in a box. It's all Christmas stuff I bought at Hobby Lobby to do some fun stuff on my channel. Haven't done yet. So these are all ornaments in here. And I'll put them in with that stuff when I pack it up. But this is my buttons down here. My embroidery floss. And then these are all findings here. I think most of those are findings, and all of these are findings and chains. But this up here, including this stone, and all of those shelves are beads. And I am overwhelmed, to be honest with you. These bins are almost empty now. I've just got it down to my drawer of chandelier parts, my small glue guns, and then my Gorilla Glue gun, and just some more miscellaneous stuff. My twine and all this stuff's been gone through. I don't think there's much in any of these drawers except for some pencils and ballpoint pens and markers. Everything else is out except for these few things. This will not get moved till, it'll be moved as is. I'll just tape these drawers shut. These are all my tools, except for my jewelry making tools. But I've got my basic sewing stuff. And then this is miscellaneous different things that I can use, you know, just oddball things. My polishing cloths. These are my basic tools. I use these for my sequins or the fabric softener sheets. Rulers. I've got tons of rulers in here. I use them for listing and all kinds of things. These are actually dental tools that you can use for clay and stuff. And this 40-year-old snap-on screwdriver my husband bought me when we were newly married. His friends all thought he was nuts. My magnifying glass. And then up here is miscellaneous stuff I have to go through. Mostly sequin projects, some broken jewelry. Well, basically rhinestone jewelry that's got a stone that I got to glue back in. And then all of my sequins and seed beads and some of my felt. And that's all CDs that are family pictures and stuff. And that's an empty drawer up there. And those are both, the box and the bag are those bottle brush trees. This also has just other miscellaneous. My crocheting hooks are in here. This is all punch stuff. This is all for wire wrapping and stuff. These are all zippers, and these are all Velcro down there. So, and I've got my rock tumbler that I bought on a really good deal, and I want to make some stuff with that, some embroidery kits. So I've got a lot of treasures, and that's what I've been doing, is going through and putting all the like stuff together. Over here in this hot mess is my Fimo clay. All my lotion, not lotions, but potions and stuff for the Fimo clay. My pasta thing, some stamps I use, and my clay. And then I've got like Shrinky Dink and some books up here, and this is for making denim paper, and those are scraps of cloth. This is my dog's bed and pillow. Glitter that's going to my friend Cheryl Coyote. Some stuff I've got to go through. And then these drawers are all felt in here. This drawer is full of yardage felt. And this drawer is full of my squares and a little bit more yardage felt. The bottom is just notebooks. And then over here will be a fun project to deal with. These are my cookie cutter collection. These are the ones I separated out to make ornaments to share here. And I've got Easter. I've got Valentine's Day. These are Christmas. More Christmas. These are all my snowflakes. I know I had a box of trees. I think that's the top one. The little one up there. These are miscellaneous Christmas. Oh, there's my trees. You can see them through the box. Angels, and then turkeys and leaves, pumpkins, and so on. They're all divided up. Holidays for Halloween, Easter, and a bunch of different things. And here's some that need to get put away, including a giant ducky. Now, this is a nativity scene I thought was so cool, and eventually I want to make that. But these drawers here are all cookie cutters. That's a lot of cookie cutters. And I've got some cool ones. This is a collection. And then here's some more down here. So, and the top is all my painting stuff. And some plastic canvas. But mainly, this is all my paints, paint brushes, little things to put paint in, and that. So most of the stuff is organized. These are all my little tchotchkes and fun things. My childhood doll. My childhood kitty back here. Now, those are not the ones I actually had. These are replacements I found at a good price on eBay. My wire, a couple drawers of my leather, baggies. And then this all stuff I got to go through. These are all stickers from YouTubers I follow. I like to buy stickers. I'm going to put them somewhere. These are more stickers that are generic that most of those will go to my grandkids, I have a feeling. And then these are all my molds. These are all my silicone molds that I do have plans to use. And these are all, the last three drawers are little bits of fabric and stuff, as is most of this. And then these are all project trays. This was my leg lamp that I want to do another one of. And some of it's just miscellaneous stuff I haven't dealt with yet. This was a project I was working on for a friend. And this is the kind of stuff I've got to pack up and figure out how to store it while I move it. These are all the beads I was using. But, oh, and there's a bit of beadwork I started on. So this is a piece I've got to deal with. And that's what all these are. That's all my Southwestern type stones and charms and stuff like that. I've got a beading loom, more of my fabric. This is my personal sequin items. These are some, those diamond paint things that I'm taking apart. I bought them used, and I have a little bin with all my diamond art in it. I think I packed it already. And I'm going to use those to do some jewelry and stuff. This is a vintage piece I'm fixing for my daughter. And just lots and lots of projects. A parrot I'm supposed to do for my friend Lisa. Just earrings I was working on. This is a hot mess. So I want to get a lot of other stuff taken care of so I can slowly go through this. This was projects. That's broken old jewelry. And more broken old jewelry and some good pieces in there. Just a lot of stuff. And that's what I'm going through right now. Trying to purge some and organize the rest. This is all stuff I'm going to part out. Probably on eBay, or I may make jars for my yard sale. That little bin in the back, the white one that's the size of the one in front, is all I kept out of 2 bins that size. I had 2 bins that size, one with the lids that fold together and one just like that. And that's all I kept out of that. And those are jewelry to take apart. That's old craft supplies in that box and baggies and bins and stuff. This is some old garland, glass garland, mercury glass type stuff. And this is old picture frames that I'm not sure what I'm doing with yet. So it is a hot mess. And the things that will stay out is my chest here with my threads and my tools and all my beading. I've got all my beading thread in here. My beading thread's in here. And on top, a lot of you have seen this, but there might be new viewers that have not. See, here's stuff I've still got to sort through, but I've got, this is some vintage beading thread I found somewhere. These I bought from Ukraine during an eBay shopping, and I bought all 5 of these beautiful spools for these are 10-ounce spools. These are 3-ounce spools. And I managed to get all of these for a really good price. And I've got this teal and this gray and this fuchsia and then a white and a black. And so I'm pretty well set for a long, long life of beading with all these threads. So these are all my needles, all my beading needles, and not too many sewing needles, but a few, because I have a sewing kit down here somewhere. I'm telling you, it is a hot mess. But that's what I've been dealing with. And I mean, this room was so crammed full of stuff, I couldn't even move around. So it's going to take me a good 3 months to get everything sorted and organized so that I can move it. But that's what we're working on right now, or I'm working on right now. Every day I come in here and accomplish it seems like a little something, but it's hours of work to sort. And, like here's a box I started packing up of Christmas stuff. Oh no, these are all flowers and stuff. So I just got so much stuff I'm dealing with. And as I go through it, I'm kind of doing what that lady, I think she's from Japan, that Maria, I think her name is, that tells you, does it bring you joy? I'm not really doing that, but I am seriously asking myself, will you really use this? Are you going to make some? See, there's all my cotton. This is 30 years. Now, some of it's actual cotton balls. This one might be, but that one is. But this is all cotton out of vitamin bottles. And I've got 2 smaller ones over here that are I like to use the cotton out of vitamins bottles. This was a full jar of sea beads I got for 50 cents, and I've shared some. And just old vintage toys from when our kids were little. It's just been a trip going through everything and finding my collection of yardsticks. It's just, that's a project down there that I was working on for a long time with someone, and she had a change in her life, and I haven't heard from her in quite a long time now. So I packed them away because I was sad. I missed my friend. I missed the person I was working with, but I don't think I'm ever going to hear from her again. And so I chucked those away. Someday I'll get them back out. And I just, what did I pack in here? This is to make putz houses. All the stuff to make putz houses along with that cardboard there. So just some wonderful projects I do want to do. But what happened is this room just got so out of control because things would come in, and because I wasn't organized enough, they never got put with the right things. So that's what I'm doing right now. Like, that was a project on that shelf, all that mess there. So that'll all get packed in a box together with another bunch of stuff that goes with it. It'll go into one of those tall sweater boxes. And that way all of it will be together for when I'm ready to do that project. So I do have a lot of projects I want to do here. It's just I got overwhelmed. And let's face it, last year knocked me off my feet. When I had that heart attack in September, I was not in any way expecting that. It was a shocker. I'd been told by a CT scan I had minimal plaque. I thought I was doing great, you know, and then bam, I wasn't. And it's taken me time. It's almost 6 months now. I think the middle of this month will be 6 months, and I'm finally getting on my feet. And I start cardiac rehab this month finally. But it's just been a lot. You know, it's just been a lot. My husband had only retired June 1st. So June, July, August, 3.5 months of him retiring. And we were just getting used to a new normal. And then bam, and I couldn't do anything for a while. And then I could slowly start doing things. And it got out of control really fast. But now I got rid of most of my ribbon. I sent a few boxes off to friends. My daughter took what she wanted. And I just kept, out of like 10 boxes of ribbon, I just kept one box of ribbon, one box of lace. And then these are different, and then that box of ribbon. So 2 boxes of ribbon, 1 box. And that's like lace and old lingerie and stuff I can take apart up here. And then I've got a few projects. And then that's my locker hooking. That's something I'll have to show you guys one day. But yeah, just a lot of stuff. And I'll show you our living room. This would normally be embarrassing, but this is us packing to move. So you can see why I'm a bit overwhelmed. This is our beautiful living room in this 100-year-old house. Now the fireplace is from the 80s. You can kind of tell the design of it. But these are all stuff for the storage unit out of my craft room. These are all my pipe cleaners. They will not be going to storage, as well as my paper bead kit. These are all yard sale stuff that I've pulled out. And that's our new stove for the other house. We're going to run gas and put in a gas stove. But to get the stove I wanted, I had to buy the one they had available because you can't get one right now. They don't know when they'll be available. So we had it delivered to here, and it'll just get moved. And this is all stuff I've been going through in my reselling room to get rid of. These are clothes from the reselling room. Some I'm going to keep and embellish for you guys. But look at this stuff we're going through. This is a house we've been in for 23 years. We moved out temporarily, but we didn't take everything with us. The kids were renting the house. We moved up to near the Dallas area, just taking what we needed for the apartment. When we moved back, our daughter was living here with her ex-husband, now ex-husband. She's remarried now. And all his family had moved out from California, so they couldn't move out. So we bought another little house in town. This is right before houses were expensive, so it was like $104,000. We didn't have any debt, and we bought that little house. Well, when all of our ex-son-in-law's family moved back to California, we traded houses and got this house back. So we've been back here since March of 2014. So a long time we've been back. And I got this room here, I think 9 years ago, because David and I were sharing his studio next door, and it's just as hot of a mess as he's going through his stuff. It's his stained glass studio. That's where he does the watches, goes through old jewelry to see if there's any gold and silver, all of that. And then across the hall over there is my resale room, which is also blown up. We're going through it all. Anyway, our son-in-law was hit by a car, our other son-in-law, not the one that I was talking about previously, our other younger daughter's husband. And they had to move in here for a while till they got on their feet. And when they moved out, I moved here. This had been their bedroom. I moved into this big room, and I had just very little crafting supplies. And in 9 years, I have added a lot of stuff. And oh, that's my collection of art. I love this artist up here. So I have a lot of her pieces. I got, what, 6? I think I have another one somewhere. I know I had one hanging on the door too. I guess I have 6 of her pieces. I get them at yard sales. I don't buy them new. But anyway, it's just a lot. So Thursday, these 2 shelves have to be out of here so David can work on a plug that's in the wall, and the wall itself has issues that he needs to address. So there used to be long story short, this door was added later. This was a wall. In the middle of that, right in the middle of those 2 doors, was a door jamb that opened it to the living room. This was like a parlor. It had a front door that you can see we started to fill in, but we haven't finished yet. We just have to put a piece of paneling over that. Well, when they filled it in, the one side's drywall and finished nice, but they never put wood in the middle. They just put this wallboard here is just thin, flat paneling over shiplap. Well, where the door was, there's no shiplap, and they didn't even put 2x4s in there. They just put a piece of paneling over it, so you can't screw into it, nail into it. And a teenager will be moving into this house, or this room. Our grandson, this will be his room. So we want that to be an actual wall. So David's got to fill it in with shiplap and then put the paneling back up. And it won't look ideal, but it's got wallpaper on it. But right now we just can't deal with it. Eventually we'll redo this room's walls, but for now he doesn't care. He'll put posters over it or something. But we at least got to make the wall secure for him so that he can use that wall and doesn't have to worry about it. Because I tried having my desk over there with shelves above, but there was no way to anchor in the shelves for the width of a door jamb, 4 feet across in the middle of that area. So we got to finish up this house. We're finishing up the kitchen. We had to take out the sink base and put in a more modern sink base. So they're just fixing that all up right now. And then we got to get this room done. This carpet's fine, but the carpet in David's studio, we have to rip out and have new carpet put in. And then at the other house, there's a lot of moving around of things we're going to do. Because we switched houses with Tracy and her ex-husband. She's now remarried, and they're still in that house, and that's been 13 years. So, but they need a bigger space. They need a backyard the kids can play in. They need the buildings that, remember, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I have a resale room, and I have, my husband added a building for his workshop. Well, our son-in-law has a business, and he can use those 2 buildings for that. Now, we're going to have to eventually put a shed at the other house for storage, but there is a workshop that David's going to make a little bigger and make it his woodworking shop. And there's a room, we have 4 bedrooms there, we have 4 bedrooms here. The square footage is close, but that house is set up a lot differently. It's in 1964, so the whole front of the house is really open and wide and beautiful. This house is cut into little tiny rooms, but they need nice space for all the kids. They have 3 kids still at home, and this ends up being the kid end of the house, and then the teenager and the other 2 will be in the front of the house here with their own living room, which will be that mess of a living room. And in the back of the house, there's a kitchen, a family room, and the master suite is off of that. So there's a bathroom on this end of the house, a bathroom for mom and dad over there. There's only one bathroom in the other house, which is one of the things we're going to change. There's a little alcove on a room that is in that house that was just like an open closet, never had doors on it. We're going to wall it up and make it into a powder room right off of a hallway. So we need 2 bathrooms, and we want to have 2, and just the powder room will be great. But we're also taking out 2 bedrooms to make one big master room, and eventually, since it'll be against the old bathroom in the hallway, we will eventually put a little master suite in there. So there's going to be a lot we do. So I won't have a resale room or a studio while we're doing, at least getting that room set up, because we need new carpet in all the bedrooms of that house. We put new carpet in the living room for our daughter, new carpet in the hallway, but she didn't want to deal with moving everything out to put in bedroom carpet because it was clean, just really old. So we're going to pull out what's currently the master bedroom carpet. It's just the biggest bedroom, and put new carpet in there, and we're going to move our bedroom in there while we open up these 2 rooms and make them into one big bedroom and a big walk-in closet, and take out the second bedroom door. Once that's done, we can move into there. And then I'll have my studio and my resale room. But my computer is already going in the living room of that big living area. And I'll have room for a couple shelves to bring like some of this stuff. I'll be able to put some of my stuff in the living room temporarily. Probably these 2 shelves will go in the corner of the living room just temporarily. It won't be for more than a few months. And that way I can have the things I really want to use. So those things will be packed separately. All my blue and white and silver sequins and seed beads and felt that relates, that will be packed separately. All my beading tools, and probably all my seed beads, to be honest. I don't know, but I got to figure it out. It's very overwhelming, and I've been pretty stressed out. And then with my computer not behaving and not being able to upload videos to either of my 2 channels, I really have been wanting to put content up on my heart attack channel, and I haven't been able to. People that subscribe to it probably think I'm not alive or something because I haven't ever posted again. But I don't have the mindset right now to fight with my computer. So next weekend, our youngest son is coming over, and he's going to help me get this figured out so that I can start posting videos on both channels through the computer. I made a wonderful video yesterday, and then when I went to upload it, after I edited it, YouTube said it was not the right format, which we don't understand because it's no different format than we've ever done. So this is what I've been dealing with. So let's hope this uploads. If you're seeing this, it uploaded. Now keep in mind, it probably reversed everything, but that's what phones do. So when I'm looking at it, it's normal, but probably when you do it, this door is on the right when I'm facing it. So if you're looking at this and as I pan, it's over on the right, it reversed it, and it probably will. But as I'm sitting in my chair, this door is at the right, to my right. This is my right hand. If this shows on the left side, we know that this reversed, and it probably will. This will not be edited, unfortunately, but I just wanted to explain to you and show you guys what I'm doing, and I'll show you a little bit more of the process. Now, if this works, I can show you a little bit more of the process. But anyway, I just wanted to touch base with you guys. Let you know I'm not going anywhere. I'm just trying to get this worked out and get this figured out. And I will be leaving out stuff to do ornaments and stuff to do some beadwork and stuff. And 1 or 2 crafts. There's a couple crafts up there I'm going to keep out that will get moved individually. I'm basically, none of my beads will go into the storage unit we rented, and none of my sequins and seed beads will go in there because those are too precious to me. We know this family that owns this unit. We've rented from them on and off for 20 some odd years. They grew up with our son-in-law, the one that was hurt in the accident years ago, who's doing fine now. But he's known them his whole life. So they've taken good care of our stuff, but you don't want to put anything into a off-site storage unit that you can't replace. And clearly, there is no way to replace all these beads. And I've got thousands of dollars invested in all my beads and sequins and seed beads over the last 20, 30 years. I'd rather keep them with me. So when we move, they will go in the corner of a room. Not sure where, because there's probably going to be about 50 boxes for this room when I'm done. And just the beads and sequins alone, I don't know how many bins those are going to be, because I got to pack them in this size box, these small Home Depot boxes. You caught me in my jammies. Small Home Depot boxes. I can probably put about, I don't know, it depends on how heavy are. Maybe 10, I'll have to alternate with the light boxes and the heavier boxes. Maybe put 10 per box or something. I'll have to see. I might be able to get as many as 12 in there. But I'm going to tape each one shut and pack them up. And they'll go on that wall after he's done. But for now, that's what we got to figure out over the next few days. What's coming out of that living room and going to storage so that we can put my boxes on the other side of the wall where he doesn't have to work. So that's what I'm up to. It's a lot. And if anybody's made it to this point in this video, thank you. I'm not counting on it. Most people don't watch more than 4 to 8 minutes. But whoever did watch, thank you. I will be back with some kind of content soon. I'm going to keep a few projects out to do. I do want to do another blue and white ornament. In fact, I've got all that stuff. That's what this table is. A lot of that stuff. So it's crazy. I know. It's crazy. So just a lot. So that's where I'm at. I'll be back soon. If you see this, you know I was successful. And if I was successful, that means I can do more videos. It just might be reversed. So I'll be back soon. Bye.